Every year we have to do an annual fit testing for every mask that we wear at the department. So this one is a Scott Air mask that we wear when we're firefighting. That's the newest version. It's called the C5 mask. And last week, Ian was able to fit test for our older mask, which we still use for confined space entry. So this is his day to do this one, and we're going to go through it using this certain, I'm not going to brand it, but this one vacuums the mask out to check the fit testing for the individual. So anytime you're ready, he just holds his breath a little bit and then it works. And that one passed, and there's like 5 steps to this. So the next one is he just basically has to bend over to see if gravity pulls it away from his face, and it tests him again. And then it will be shake his head, make sure he can't break the seal. And then the last 2 portions, he has to take it off and put it back on to make sure he can get a good fit every time he puts it on his face. I'll fix that one. That one's test complete, so he's good for another year, unless he has surgery or gains a lot or loses a lot of weight, and then at that point we can retest him on that individual day to make sure it still fits, because we'd rather have him be safe, and if we need to go down the size of the mask or up, we can do that at that time. So another form of fit testing we have to do is to check any of our respirators for their fit test. This one's just a simple N95. When Ian comes over, you'll see we've got what we call an Envo. It's got like a gel seal around his face, and it's going to look awkward, but it actually works really good. And to do that, with our system, there's some of these different companies out there that will test the actual filters. But with this one, it's the most simple. We don't waste filters testing. After this fit test, if he needed to go on a rescue call, he could simply put these masks on and go deal with the rescue call. So this hood goes over, we've got a little hole in the front, and we've got an atomizer that basically we put this one of 2 chemicals in, and it basically it fills the hood, and if they can still taste it, or if they can taste it, that means they don't have a good fit on their N95. To explain this a little bit better, and everybody's taste buds are different, so I've got a really bitter chemical. It's a banana oil, and then because we have some people different taste buds, I had to also buy sweet. It's like a saccharin tasting chemical, and we just put them in this atomizer. And my goal is to make sure that if he can taste it, we need to get him in a different size N95. Because there's always that human element and they can cheat. I went to the very bitter one, so that way I can tell just by watching the guy's face if he's tasting it, he's not getting a good fit test on it. So what we'll do is we'll have Ian jump in over here, and I've got the bitter one in, and I know it works for him. As to telling me that it's going to work or not. And you can throw this hood over. It's not a glamorous hood by any means. So it just goes up on there. And then what we do is we open this up, give it a squirt, make sure it's atomizing, misting, and then I add 5 puffs in there, and then I watch and wait and listen, and he'll converse with me. And if he can taste it, we'll know that we need to fix his mask, whether it's the seal or the mask itself is in the wrong spot. Anything yet, Ian?
No taste or smell yet.
So we wait about 30 seconds, and I can put a couple more bursts in there.
Still no taste or smell.
Still does. And we kind of speed up our tests a little bit because our regular members have been doing this quite often, And I know right away if this is going to be a bad mask for him. Since he's been using this for a couple of years now, we're going to call this one good. And that way we can test him for the 3M mask, the other N95. And this one's brand new. So when he bends the alumifoil over his nose, that'll be the chance that he might have an incorrect fit. So this one will pay attention a little bit more. How's that one working for you? Any
Don't
taste or
smell.
yuck?
Nope, nothing.
Make sure it's loaded up. And this is really yummy stuff. So for hours, it's like an oil base. So it's on my fingers and the air. I can taste it myself just from doing the tests. How's that one working for you? It's doing good? I think that's going to be good. Yep, we'll just take that off. And then we'll just do the paperwork, and then he'll be covered for the next year. Again, same way with the other masks. If he gains a lot of weight, loses a lot of weight, or has facial surgery, anything like that, we'll have to retest him and make sure he's still good.